Hi, you know I really love English, and I'd like to tell you my story. Right. Я действительно люблю английский язык. I really love English. So let's write it down. Давайте сами это запишем. I really. Я действительно люблю английский язык. I really love English. I really love English. And I'd like. Я хотел бы. And I'd like to tell you my story. And I'd like to tell you my story. Слово мою историю. To tell you my story. To tell you my story. How I started. My story. How I started. How I started. Как я начал. How I started speaking English. Speaking English. With great pleasure. С большим удовольствием. Speaking English with great pleasure. With great pleasure. Okay, so really, I really love English, you see? And I'd like to tell you my story, how I started speaking English with great pleasure. You know, вы знаете, it wasn't in 2 days or in 3 days. Это не было там за 2 дня или за 3 дня. It wasn't in 2 days or 3 days. It wasn't in 2 days or 3 days. Really? What things can really help you? Какие вещи действительно могут вам помочь? What things can really help you? Об этом я говорил на самом деле как раз видео, которое недавно записал, которое называется «Как говорить свободно и грамотно на английском языке». Да, как говорить на английском языке свободно и грамотно. Обязательно посмотрите, там подробное видео, больше часа мы с вами разбираем. И действительно, you can see or you can hear what things can really help you. So, you can see really it and hear it. So, but what about me? Что касается меня, or as for me? Что касается меня, as for me? So, what about you? And I can answer, я могу говорить, as for me, I spoke English a lot. Я говорил по-английски очень много. Или I was speaking English. I was speaking English a lot. Я говорил по-английски очень много. I was speak English a lot during lessons at school. During the lessons, во время уроков в школе. During the lessons at school. During the lessons at school. I think it's the main factor. Я думаю, что это главный фактор. I think it's the main factor. Я думаю, что это главный фактор. I think it's the main factor. Right? So, absolutely right. Совершенно верно. You know, after I finished school, после того, как я закончил школу, after I finished school, I finished school. I started teaching English. Я начал преподавать английский язык. I started teaching English. You know, вы знаете, I started teaching English. You know, I was trying to teach English in English. You know, я пытался преподавать английский на английском. You know, I was trying to teach English in English. Преподавать английский на английском. I was trying to teach English in English. So, или as a result, в результате, as a result, my speaking skills, мои навыки разговорного английского, my speaking skills were getting, становились better and better, становились лучше и лучше, were getting better and better. I couldn't believe my eyes. Я не мог поверить своим глазам. I couldn't believe my eyes. So that's my story in short. Это моя история вкратце. That's my story. In short. That's my story in short. And I think you also have something to say. Я думаю, у вас также есть что-то сказать. I think you also have something. You also have something to say. Please write about it in the comments. Пожалуйста, напишите об этом в комментариях, and we'll discuss it. Мы с вами это обсудим. Так, повторение. So, I really love English, and I'd like to tell you my story, how I started speaking English with great pleasure. You know, it wasn't in 2 days or 3 days. What things can really help you? Yeah, you can check it on the channel English Galaxy. And as for me, I was speaking English a lot during the lessons at school. I think is the main factor. After I finished school, I started teaching English. You know, I was trying to teach English in English. As a result, my speaking skills were getting better and better. I couldn't believe my eyes. That's my story in short. I think you also have something to say. And, you know, the last thing, последняя вещь, the last thing I want to say, которую я хочу сказать, the last thing I want to say is that when you feel, когда вы чувствуете, when you feel that you can do it really well, когда вы чувствуете, что вы действительно что-то умеете делать очень хорошо, when you feel that you can do it, or when you can do something, when you can do something really well, you love it. Вы любите это. You love it. Вы любите это. You enjoy it. Вы обожаете это. You enjoy it. Enjoy it. It brings you. Это приносит вам огромное удовлетворение. It brings you great satisfaction. It brings you great satisfaction. So, you need to improve your speaking skills and you like speaking English. Right. A very good conclusion. So the last thing I want to say is that when you feel that you can do something really well, you love it, you enjoy it, it brings you great satisfaction. Right. Thanks for watching. Bye.